Good morning. Today we are going to learn about spreadsheets. When we consider about spreadsheets, we can use spreadsheets for various analytical purposes. When you enter data and when you want to do filtering of those data, and if you want to order those data, see how the performances compare the data, and for those stuff we are using spreadsheets. So you may have known that there are so many packages for these spreadsheet purposes, but here we are going to learn about Microsoft Excel. So we'll have a look what are the other software packages we can use. Here I'm going to show you how we can find about other things. Now we can we can just go to the web and we can search for the things. Now here I'm going to type spreadsheet packages. Since somebody has typed it earlier also, it comes like that. I can just select it from there. Now here you can see they have given about spreadsheet packages. We'll have a look what are the types of spreadsheet packages. Now here you can see they have given some of the examples. Google Sheets, it's online and free, and iWork Numbers, Apple Office Suite, they are giving it. LibreOffice Calc, that is free again, and we call it FROS, free and open source software. And Lotus 123, those are discontinued actually at the beginning. In the earlier stages, the Lotus 123 are the well spread most popular packages. Then Lotus Symphony spreadsheets, Microsoft Excel. Nowadays we are most of the time using Microsoft Excel. Then OpenOffice Calc is also there. Then VisCalc again. VisCalc is discontinued, which means now they are no more um, used by the public. Now the service also discontinued continued. So these Lotus 123 and VisiCalc, back then they are used for most of the companies, but nowadays they are not using. Now here you can see some of the examples. So likewise you can just go through the net and find about them. But here we are going to do Microsoft Excel. So we'll see how we can use Microsoft Excel. Now, if you have Microsoft Excel on your computer, you can find it easily from the search button, or you can go to Start menu. I'm going to Start menu, and from here you can see all the packages, all the software installed in my computer. You can see it from here. You can go to Microsoft Office, and it will list out the software collection I have installed under Microsoft Office here. So there's Microsoft Excel. So you can just click and open it from there. Or else what I'm going to show you, if you're using oftenly, if you're using most of the time Microsoft Excel, it's better to have an icon on the desktop, or you can pin into the taskbar. Here both are not there, so I'm going to show how you can do that. Now once you right click on this, you will get pin to start. This pin to start means it will give a icon to this place. We will see on the start menu, it will give an icon. If you don't need, you can just right click and you can say unpin from start. And if you want, it's better to have on desktop. Normally we are keeping the things on desktop which we are using mostly. So likewise here also you can put a icon to desktop, or even though when you are while you are working, you can just go to the taskbar here. So you can say pin to taskbar. You can see an icon will come to this place. So I can click on this and I can open Microsoft Excel. Or else if I want to put a shortcut to the desktop, what I have to do is I have to just right click on this, and I have to go to more open file location. So there you it will show all the shortcuts of this Microsoft Office package. So you can just right click and say send to. When you go to send to, there's something called desktop create shortcut. So likewise here the desktop shortcut is coming. So from each and every packages which you have installed in your computer, you can use this, and you can put a shortcut icon to your desktop. So this is a common thing. Open to taskbar, open to start menu. So we'll go inside the Microsoft Office Excel and see what are the things there. As far as you can know, it's similar to the earlier Windows. So here you can see the title bar is there. In the title bar you can see book 1, because Microsoft Excel, the spreadsheets are giving books to us. And you can see the normal control buttons are there, the minimize button which will give a button to taskbar, and then the restore or maximize button. Here it's maximize, then if I press this, it will maximize, it will come to the whole screen. And you can't move it here and there, but since I am in the restore position, I can make a move, and I can resize this window. You can arrange it accordingly if you are doing several, if you want to keep several windows on your desktop. And the close button, and you can see a small buttons here. This is for this book 1. So you should know, if I minimize this, it will minimize inside the this package or the spreadsheet application. Okay, so I can maximize it again back like this. I can maximize, I can raise to. So likewise I can keep several books and work there. So those kind of things we'll look at those things later. Now here you can see the common the quick access bar is there. You can like earlier, you can move it down if you want below the ribbon, or you can keep it as it is. Personally I prefer it on above the ribbon. And then here you can see the ribbon tags are there. So the tabs will change. Now you may add several more tabs here according to what you have selected the object later on. And the specialty in this Microsoft Excel is you can see the formula bar here. So the formula bar is a special thing for the spreadsheet package, where you should know you can enter numbers, text and formulas to Excel sheets. Now we got a sheet here. So when you enter numbers, text or the formulas, all comes here for that particular cell. Now here we are in T1. You can see we are in T1. The name cell name box is here. So whatever you type to this T1, if it is a text like this, it will come to this place. If it is a number like this, it will show here. And if it is something like this, a formula, where I can select 2 cells to add up, so it will give the result here, not the formula. That's the special thing here. Once you press enter button, the cell shows the result, but here the formula bar shows the formula which you have entered. So that is the importance of this formula bar. Now if we just go what are the things in this spreadsheet sheet, you can see I have already told there's book 1, and whenever you save it with another name, it will come to this place. And you can see there are sheets in a book, there are sheets. So sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3 is there. You can add more sheets. You can just right click on one sheet and you can see insert, delete, rename, move or copy. So inserting means you can insert more sheets. Deleting, you can delete the sheets. Rename, you can rename the sheets. If I say rename, now think I am going to keep my class details here, so I can say rename. And if I just double click on it, it will give the rename facility here. So I can keep my class details here like this. I can just mark what is it. So you can give a name, a particular name to the book, and you can identify from that name what is the book. Once you go inside, by the name of the sheet you can identify what's in that sheet. So when you are naming the sheets, be precautious, like it should be explained what's inside, then it will easy for you. If you don't need these sheets, you can delete it. And if you need the same sheet, a copy of same sheet, you can go to move or copy, and you can create a copy like this. You can press this button, then you can create a copy, and you can move it like this if you want. And moving part you can do right, going from this move or copy part. Here you can see move to the end is also there. So you can select the sheet and you can say move to the end or move before these sheets likewise. Not only that, if you want to make a copy of this sheet, or if you want to move this sheet to another book, you can create new book, or you can open that the other book and you can send it to that place even. Okay, so those things, just for know what you can do here. How we do that, we'll learn later. Okay, now here, I'll just delete these things because I don't need these things. And I'll just keep one sheet here. And another thing I can do is, you can see here there's a small navigation bar here. I don't need this actually at this moment, but you have seen you can add so many sheets here. So when you added up sheets, and if the sheet names are not enough to show in this bar, then you can use this navigation bar, the first one, the last one, and then you can move in between the earlier ones and the backward ones likewise. And as you can remember, the zoom feature is also here. You can zoom in or zoom out according to your purpose. If you want to make it a little bit bigger, you can zoom in, or if you want to see more area, you can zoom out. And the main thing in a spreadsheet is a cell. You know, these are cells. So we call these cells, and you can see once I selected a cell, a column and a row highlighted. We call these things columns, and these are rows. So you can see the column names are in alphabet, in English alphabetical letters. So afterward Z, there will be A B, likewise. It will goes on, and here you can see the rows has been numbered. So when we consider about a cell, interchange of a column and a row, we call a cell. And when we select a cell, you can see the cell has given the name as D4. First the column name and then the row number. There's no spaces in between. You have to remember this. So whenever you want to go here and there, you can just type the cell name here and you can go to that particular cell. And another thing is, if you want to move here and there, now if I just want to see what is the last column, you can press the control button, CTRL button, and at the same time you can press the right mouse button. Then you will go to the last column. Here you can see it's SFD, so many columns. And if you want to come back, you can press control and left mouse button, left arrow key. Then if you want to go down the last row, you can press CTRL and down arrow key. You can see it's 1,048,576 rows are there. So if you press control button again and up arrow button, you can see you will go to the first column, first row. Since we are in the first column, first row, we'll go. So likewise you can see the cells. Actually we are typing all the things in cells. We can type text, we can type numbers, we can enter formulas. Okay, Yeah, I'm going to create a mark sheet for this class. I can put number, then index number for the students. For their exam, we have to have index number, then student number, and then you can say subject 1, subject 2. Now for A levels there are three main subjects, so yeah, I can just put it like this: subject 1, subject 2, subject 3. Then I can put general English, and then general ICT, and I need to get total and average, and then I have to have a rank here. Normally we are getting rank. Then I can add, now you have seen I have just typed sub 1 and then I have just copied this. Okay, so this is how it works. Now normally when we type something, there's something called autofill. You can actually arrange that autofill even when you are working, how the things are coming. You can add more autofills. Now these are the things they already have. So you can see, once I have selected this cell, there's a small square on bottom right corner. This we call the fill handle. You can see the cursor is now thick cross. You can see the cursor's symbol, it's a thick cross, but when you move on top of that fill handle, it'll become a thin hair. So once you come to this place, you can just click on your mouse button without releasing it. You can move wherever you want to go. Now see, if I want to go through the rows, then I can move it like this way. If I want to go through the columns, then I can move it like this way. Then it will automatically fill according to what you are filling. Now here up to subject 3 it will fill, and here I'm going to type number 1, then number 2, because it's easy if you type two numbers. Then you can select both cells and click on the fill handle for those cells. You can see how it comes. I'm going to add 10 students here. So likewise, if you want to type the Z is 2 4 like that, two tables, you can just type first two numbers, and then you can just drag and fill it up, okay, using the fill tool. And if you want to put Monday, Tuesday like days, you can just type and you can fill it. It has given automatically fill option with these details. And if you want to type January, February, those things are also there. If you type the whole day, the whole month, it will comes like that, or else it will comes in a shortened form. This works with horizontally and vertically through columns or through rows. I'll just delete these things because I don't need that. So I'm going to enter these data. Here you can see I have already added the data, and I just want to show you now. Here you can see a student name is not visible, so I have put a student name as student 123 like that. The actual names, whenever you do, you have to put actual names. Now here, if it is not the space is not enough, you can go to the right margin of that column, and then you can just drag it like this way. Press the mouse button and drag it. You can make it bigger, or else you can just double click on it. Automatically it will fill accordingly, auto fit, okay, like this. Or else if you want to make the same size several cells, then you can select those several cells, like these subjects, several cells together, and then you can arrange it, so all the cells will be the same size. So likewise you can do it. Now we'll just do some formattings here before we go for the formulas and all. Now you can see I have added the numbers, text, and still we have to add formulas, okay, or the functions. um, okay, we'll go for the function and then we'll come back to formatting part. Okay, now the total function. What do you know about total function? Here you have to add it up. So if you just given this in a manual format, if you have to do it on a paper, what you are doing, you can take a calculator and you can add 85 to 85 and then 87, 48 and 65 and add it up all together. You just add by one, so then you will get the total. Here we can do the same, but we are using the cell references, not the exact value. You just tell the cell, okay, the when we put a formula, first you have to put the equal mark. It shows that we are putting a formula to this cell. Okay, then you can give the cell reference. Now I'm just not going to type 85 here, that's useless. I'm just telling, okay, go to D2. You can see it's D2. Go to D2 and take that value and add it up. I'll put the plus mark, add it up to E2 and add it up to F2 and add it up to G2 and add it up to H2. Likewise, I can give and I can press the enter button. Then the total will come. Likewise, I have showed you earlier. The result is there, but you can't see the formula. But if you click on it, you can see it on there, or else you can see it on the formula bar like this. Okay, you can see it's on the formula bar and the results on the cell. So now I am going to fill this up. Now I am not going to put this formula for each and every cell. What I can do, I can use this fill handle and fill it up. Okay, actually I am copying and pasting. So rather, if it is not easy for you to use the fill handle, what you can do, you can just right click and say copy and select the other cells and press paste. Okay, that's the same thing. And another thing, now you may come with your mind, I have heard about some function, SUM, some function. Okay, yes, there's functions. Here you can see the fx, where you can see the inbuilt formulas. They have given, the Excel is giving inbuilt formulas. You can find with the categorized one. Here you can see the categories. You can go through the categories and select easily if you know the exact category, or if you know the function, you can just type it here and you can search for it. Okay, then here they have shown you what are the function related with SUM, and with each and every function when you select, it will give some tool tip here, some description here. Excuse me, the first one is sum number 1 number 2 adds all the numbers in a range of cells. So this is the function we need. I can just put it here. Okay, once I put it there, it automatically takes the cell references even. Okay, from D2 to H2, it shows 2 by using a colon. Okay, here you can see D2 to H2, it used colon to say 2. From D2 to, it shows with the colon, right? So you might be asking, can't we put one by one the cells? Yes, we can. Okay, if you want to change the cells which we consider for this function, you can just click on this button and you can select it from here. So you can select one by one like this, but again it's useless because you can give a cell range here. That's what we have seen earlier. Okay, that's what we have seen earlier. You can give the cell range, you can just type here, or you can just select it from by going to this place, and it will minimize a sort of minimization, and then you can select the cell references. Automatically it will take the cell references here. Then you can go back to that window. Okay, function arguments window. Now here if you just go through this, you can see number 2, number 3. You earlier you have seen only number 2. When once I have add number 2, you will get number 3. Likewise here it says number 1 to up to 255 you can add. Here you can add number 1 to 255. So if you like, you can add separate 250 cells here and there. Okay, or you can put 255 cell ranges from here and there. You can add it up. It says numbers to sum, logical values and text are ignored in cells. If there are logical values and if there are any text values, those are ignored, included if typed as arguments. But if they have included as arguments, there will be, which means if we have referred a cell with text or logical values, they will be ignored and only the numbers or numerical values will be added up. So I have put all what I want to put here. You can see the total is here and I can say okay. So here you can see there's 740. What has happened? I have put the sum function with while I was in the earlier typed formula, so I have to delete it. Okay, so you can put, if you want, you can put the formula like cell by cell, you can add it up plus 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 plus, or else you can go for functions. Normally in Excel we are using these things, so we can use functions. Okay, so here once you have put the function like earlier, you can fill it to the other cells. Now once you have put this formula, change the formula. If you want to keep the changes, you can press enter or this tick mark, or else if it is not if there you haven't done anything, if you want to cancel what you have done, you can press this button. I am going to press this enter button and I am going to copy this. What I am doing, I am just using the fill handle and filling it up. Now you can see it has copied to the other cells even. Now here I just want to mention you about something. These cell references, you have seen I have entered the cell references related to student 1, but automatically when I copy to the second cell, it has automatically changed to the second student's marked entered cell references, which means D3 to H3. If you just go to the next one, you can see again it has changed. So we call this site of cell references relative cell reference. This is related. Wherever you copy this, it change accordingly. Now I just copy it to the next row, so it will add up the next row numbers to this. Just updated. I have copied this cell to the next row, so it automatically changed the cell reference to next row. So likewise we can put cell references, relative cell references, which says okay, you can copy these wherever you want copy, wherever you have taken it, it changes automatically, it changes relatedly. That's what it shows. Okay, now we will go to the next one, average. You know this, what we have to do, average, we have to take the total and then we have to divide it by the number of subjects. So this is okay. Okay, I'm referring I2, then I will get the total and I'm dividing it by number of subjects. So you will get the result, average. Okay, but since we are using this Excel, it's better to put a formula. Okay, function, inbuilt formula function. So here I am typing average. So I didn't go to fx, I just typed average. Since I know this there should be average, so when I'm typing, it give me a suggestions. Okay, it might be average, or it might be average A, or it might be average if, or it might be average if S. So At the same time, it will give a small description in front. Returns the average arithmetic mean of its arguments, which can be numbers or names, arrays or references that contains numbers. Okay. So if you have numbers only, this will add up, and this will be divided by the number of cells which contains numbers. So that is there. So we'll see what we have to do. We have to put the average function. Once you go to this place, you can see the arguments, how you have to put the arguments. It will give as a tool tip. Now here I have to put the cell references. I am putting it as only one number. Don't forget that this should not be selected. Okay, this is the total. If you selected this, then the student will get 2 times of the total, and you will get more than 100 as the average. Okay, so be careful when you are selecting. Now I have selected the correct one. I press OK, or I can press enter button. Then again, as the same, you can just fill it up using the fill handle. Okay, now here you can see some get point marks, some gets full marks like the whole numbers, fractional numbers. We'll come again to this with the formats, but I just want to show you something here. Now here you can see this one is getting a 0 mark, which means this might have not come for the exam. So that's why the teacher has put 0 marks. We'll see if we put absent if for that student. Now think that student didn't come for the school for this paper, so we put the absent mark. See the average mark. Now I'm going to press enter. I have just changed. See how it changes. He got now he or she got 79 marks. What has happened? You have seen early it was 63 or 62 something, but now it changed to 79. What has happened? Because this one didn't come and we put absent, and in the argument it says if you put numbers only, it will add up and use the numerical cells as the selected cells. So what it has been done, add up these 4 cells. It was 316. It will 316, and the total is 316. And what it has been done, only 4 cells contains numbers, so it divided by 4. So this is very unfair for the other students. No. Why? If you feel that you are not getting high marks for that subject, if you feel not confident for that subject, then if you didn't come for the exam, even though you have not come for the exam, you will get more marks, you will get more average, and the rank will be high. So that should not be done. So if you want to put text like this, absentees, if you want to put the absentees as absent, then you have to use average A. This is something extra. Okay, in your yes, basically I'm doing this video series for general ICT and ICT students, O level ICT students. So with that syllabus, this average A is not there, but you should know. Okay, because you may doing mark sheets for your classes one day as teachers or lecturers, or sometimes you may nowadays even helping your teacher. So you should know here you have to put A if we are using absent for absentees. Then what it will do, it will consider this cell as, okay, this I have to consider for average, but it will add up the numerical values and it will divide by 5. We'll see. I just press enter button. See, the earlier mark came 63.2, the average came. Got it? So if you want to put the average, if you want to put the absentees as AB, you have to use average A. Otherwise the other students will get lesser marks than this one. Not when we compare, the student will get more marks, the absentee. So that's it. I think you got the idea. If you are using absent for absentees rather than using 0 mark, then you have to use average A. If you are using 0 for the absentees, then no problem, you can use the normal average. Okay, I think it's okay with you. The total we put and then we put the average. Now we'll go for rank. Rank means what is your position in that class, no? So here we'll just go to this place and put a function. There's something called rank. Once I've typed rank, you can see the tool tip returns the rank of a number in a list of numbers, its size relative to other values in the list. So we'll put the arguments. Okay, when I press parenthesis, I open parenthesis, you can see it's coming the rank, then the number, comma, reference, comma, order. Here it says you have to put the number. Now this number should be ranked and you have to refer, you have give the reference. Okay, where we are going to compare this number, we have to compare this number with the rest of the students, right? So we have to select the range and then the order. It's not a must. Normally by default it gives the descending order, but if you want to override it, you can use it. Okay, if you just press from here, close the parenthesis, then it will automatically give the order from descending order, which means the highest number will get the number one position. Okay, so or else you can put a 0, then it will give you descending order. If you put 1, then it will give in ascending order, which means the lowest number will get number 1. Okay, now here I am putting 0 because I want to get it in descending order and I press enter. Here it comes. Okay, the number is rank is 4. If you just go through, since this is smaller one, now you might think, why teacher we are doing this? We can just go through these 10 numbers and we can say, okay, this is the first, this is the second, but you consider as the whole set of your students. Now think about the exam, like, okay, now I have put only 10. Normally we are having 45 students or 35 students in a classroom. So when we consider those 35, if you try to do these things in manual way, then it will take more than 2 hours. But here it will give it in a snap. Okay, in a snap. So here you consider it in a larger way, like large quantity, like your national exams and your university exams, where a lot of students are there, then it will be really easy. Okay, putting this. Okay, so that's why we use these quick methods, the Excel spreadsheets. Now here you can see number 4 is there. Now what I have to do, I have to fill this up. Okay, I fill. Oh, what has happened? Now you can see the 80.8 is also number 1, the first place, and 74.6 also first place, 71.2 is also first place. What has happened? Can you guess? Yeah, I just click on this and see the rank they have given. Okay, get the rank of this, and they have given the cell reference for the below ones. What has happened? Now I have added the relative cell reference. Is it good for this? No, it's not good, because we need the exact cell reference for each and every position considering. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just go to this place. We have to give this cell reference which we have given. Okay, check this number, compare this number, whatever the number inside this cell, compare it with these cells. That's what we have told here. No? So here we have to tell, okay, take the number in J2, compare it with the cell range, the cell range of this cell's numbers, but whenever you copy this, don't change the cell reference. That I am going to tell with F4. You have to press keyboard F4 when you type this. Then dollar marks come in front of the row name and the column name. Column name and the row number. But if you press this F4 key again, you can see it only comes in front of row numbers. This is also okay, because while we copy it down, while we go through the rows, the row numbers will change. So this will stop it. This says okay, copy wherever you want, but you have to keep $2, which means the second row and up to 11th row. You can't change the row numbers, but if you want, you can change the column name. That's why J is not putting dollar in front. But here, this is for this purpose, it's enough, because we are going downward. We are not moving horizontally, we are moving vertically. Another, if I press another F4, it will give us one F4, both column and row numbers will be getting dollar marks. Second one, only the rows. Third one, the columns will get dollar mark. This won't do this. Okay, for our purpose, this won't work. But if I press Control again F4, then you can see it will come to the normal relative cell reference. I'm going to put the first one, then I press Enter button, and here I'm going to copy this for the next cells. See, now it comes nicely. Okay, you can see it, the rank is okay now. Okay, then I just want to show you another feature, another formula, which is think you want to round this off. Okay, if you want to round this value, then I'm going to add what I can do, I'm going to add another formula in front here. Okay, before doing that, I'll show. If I get a value like this 12.3 or something, then I can use a formula like inbuilt formula, or the function equal round. Okay, here I can just put the cell reference or the numerical value, then it will round it off. But before rounding it off, I have to give how many number of digits I need. Think I don't need any digits. I want to make it a whole number. I want to round it off to a whole number, then it will comes like this. Okay, so here what I have to do now, here I have got a rounded number, but for the rest of since I'm copying this, here I have to put the round. Now this is the number. Okay, this gives us the number. So what we have to do, we have to put the round function out of this. So I am going to put round, then open parenthesis. So this will be the number will be comes with this. Then I have to put a comma mark and 0. Then I will not get any number of decimal places. If I need one decimal place, then I have to put 1. But here it goes like this. Then I will move it down. So you can see it's like this. You will get a whole number for this column. Okay, now we have to see another two. I hope you got the idea about rounding off, and think I want to get the maximum value got for this subject. Okay, for each and every subject, maximum and the minimum values. We'll see. There's another two formulas. We have to put equal mark. It says max, and I have to given the, here it gives the arguments how we have to put the tooltip. I have to select the cell range, then press enter. It will give the maximum number for this subject, and if I want to go and get for the other four subjects, I can just fill it up. I can use the fill handle and I have just filled the cell with the formula, the function. You can see, since we have put the relative cell reference, it automatically changes accordingly. And now here I'm going to put minimum value. Okay, again I have to select the cell range. From out of this cell range, show me the minimum value. So once I press enter button, you can see you will get the result. So this will be a good analysis for me, right? Okay, the student for subject 1, the maximum is 89 and the minimum is 32, which means that have to be improved. The student should be more guided for this subject. Okay, the student who got 32 marks for this subject, okay, we have to find why he has taken this mark, and we have to uh, give some sort of solution, right? Okay, now here these are the functions, actually basic functions we have to use here. And we'll go for formatting. Actually another function is there, the if function, where we can get grades and all. So we'll put that one also here. I want to put for each and every subject what are the grades these students have taken. Okay, so for that I think it's better to have next to the subject. So I'm going to insert another column. Think you missed a column or row, doesn't matter, you can add it. What you have to do, you have to add the column next to it. Or now these, in between these two columns I need, so I am selecting E column and say insert, so it'll insert one column in front. If you want to add two or more columns, you have to add that amount of columns and say insert, it'll insert the columns. Okay, so I'll delete this again. I'm going to insert like this. Okay, now I'm going to put this as grade. I'm going to add the function. Now here we'll see, if I'm going to add, just like in Sri Lanka we have this year 5 scholarship exam, so they are only, it gives pass or fail, think it like that way. We'll put two conditions at first. Now I'm going to put if function. You can see if it says checks whether a condition is met and returns one value if true and another value if false. Okay, now I have to give the condition here. The argument is logical test is, you have to first the logical test first. Okay, logical test is check this cell whether it is greater than or equal. I am putting, okay, greater than or equal. This is how we write on it on computer, greater than or equal. First you have to put the greater than, then the equal. Okay, then you have to tell check whether this is more than 50. Okay, if it is more than 50, we'll say it's a pass mark. Okay, then you can put, you have to put double quotes, whatever you want to show for the true value. Now if the logical value is true, if the cell contains more than 50 or equal 50, it will show the result as pass. If it is not, if it is less than 50, it will shows fail. Okay, here we have to put a comma and put the second, if the value, what is the value, if it is false, you have to put it there. Okay, now I press enter, you get this is pass. Then if I copy it down, you can get there are two fails, less than 40, less than 50. So if you want, you can just copy this whole column and paste it here. It changes accordingly because we have given relative cell references. Okay, so this is not actually what we needed. This is actually grade 12 means you are in A levels, advanced levels, and even in O levels, the ordinary levels, you will get A, B, C. Okay, so A, B, C, A for if it is greater than 75 or equal 75, if it is 65 or greater than 65, you will get B. If it is 50 or greater than 50, you will get C. Likewise it goes, no, then S is if it is above 35 or equal 35, it's S, and less than that will be W's. Okay, weak. Now here we'll see how we put that. Again we have to put a equal mark, if function, and then I have to put the argument. See carefully, now I'm going to just make this be little bit bigger, then it will be easy for you to see the things. Okay, I'm just going to make this column bigger, then you can see clearly. Equal, if, then I'm going to put the arguments. It's okay, you can type it simple or you can type it capital, there's no case sensitivity here. Okay, now here I'm going to select this cell. Okay, the same cell we have to give each and every condition. Now you might think, why teacher, this one is more than 75? That's true, but hereafter we are going to copy this cell, right? Copy this formula. So when we are copying it, each and every argument should be here. We can't just go here and there and okay, this has 75, this has less than 60, like that we can't change. Here we have to give all the conditions possible. Okay, now we'll check D2 whether it is greater than or equal 75. If it is so, then give it as A. If it is not, then you can't just give one value because there are B, C, S and W. Okay, so out of those four we have to select. So again it should be a selection if. Okay, if, again I have to consider the same cell reference, the value, the mark I have to take, and then check whether this one is greater than or equal. But keep in mind, it will come to this point if the student got less than 75 marks. Okay, so less than 75, greater than 65 or equal to 65 will get B pass. If it is not, again we have to check because there's more than one situation. Again, if this cell contains greater than equal 50. Now you should know the student got less than 65 only, it will come to this place. So then it will check whether it's greater than or equal 50. If it is so, then give C. If it is not, again we have to check because there are two values, S and W. So we have to check if this cell is greater than or equal 35. Now here comes the students are less than 50. So check whether they are greater than or equal 35. If so, give S pass. If not, then you don't have to check. Why? The rest, the less than 35 will be weak or W. So you can give it at once, and then we have to close for each and every opening the parenthesis we have to close, and then you can press enter. Actually I have missed one parenthesis, that's why it gives this error message. Then I press enter. Here you get the grade as A. I hope you got the idea. Then I am going to copy it. Again I am going to copy the whole cell for the other. Sorry, I am going to copy the whole column and paste it to other columns. It will be easy for me. See how easy it is. Can put one uh, column grades, and then you can copy to the other columns. Okay, now here it comes like this. Now it's in a mess. I have to arrange it again. I'll just double click, automatically it will arrange according to their sizes. So then I'm just going to print preview here. Okay, I'm just going to print preview. Can see how it comes. This is the print preview. Can see only up to total it comes, then it will go to the next page, but I want to take it to the same page. Okay, so what I can do, I'll just try to make it somewhat smaller. You can see the dotted line, it shows the margin. And I can do another thing, I can just go and change the margins. Show margins I have selected from the print preview. I can go to layout and change it also, but from here I am going to change it. Here the rank came. Okay, so that's enough. I'm going to put it like this way, close print. But you can see the grids, the lines are not there, so we have to do formatting for that. Otherwise, even though here the grids are there, we won't get grids here. So what I'm going to do, I'll select the whole from A1 to P11, and I'm going to put a grid here, all borders, right? But think you want to put a thicker border around, something like that, you can go to this place again. You can see thick box border around, or else you can do double line border. You can select it from here. Thick border will come. We'll go to the print preview. You can see how the thick border has come. This is how it comes. So again I'm coming back, closing print preview. Here you can see, if I want, I can add. Now I'll just select this cell or the cell, this row. If I just go here, I can see bottom border only the bottom border will come. See, so likewise, if you want a particular border, you can select the relevant cells and you can apply it from here. Okay, but consider about putting more borders. You can go consider about putting something special. You can go to more border, see two borders here and two borders, and think you want to take it for the whole cell, then you can select outline. Or if you want to put now I'm not going to I'll just clear this. I can clear it from here. Think I want double line border here, I can just select and I can go to this more borders, and I can select double line and select outline. Then think I want to add middle these cells even with a single line, then I can select it from here, the inside. With while I can select, first I can select the single line and then I can select inside. It will select the inside ones and I can press OK. It will comes at once. Okay, so accordingly it might give, sometimes you have to select the cell headings only, the titles only, like that you might be given some instructions, so accordingly you have to work. Now here we'll just have a look how we can change these headings even. Okay, we can put bold, little bit darker, and then if you want you can put a little shade here. See, so if you just go to the print preview, you will some shade there. Okay, and now you might have seen that double line has come around only for the numbers area, right? So I'll close this window and think I want to put a topic here. Now I have not given any space, doesn't matter. I'll select two rows and say insert, so it will add two rows above. Then I want to put a topic, so I'll merge these cells. I'll select these cells which I want to merge. Okay, first we'll type. I can say XYZ college term test. You can say first term or second term, third term, depends on your school how it first term test. And on the second line I'm going to say grade 12A. Okay, you can see it's 12A. So likewise I can select and merge it. Yes, something is wrong with my mouse. It's super sensitive. It has become super sensitive. We'll see. Yes, you can see there's something called merge and center. You can select it, and then I can select this, and again I can select merge and center. Okay, so you can see it's automatically centered, or else I can select it from here, the center, the alignments. Okay, now we'll make this bigger, somewhat bigger, since it's a heading. You can see automatically the cell sizes also changed. So this is how it will come. Okay, if it is too big you can make it a little bit less, like this. And if you want you can underline it. So likewise here you will get the mark sheet for grade 12A for the first term. And another thing I just want now, think I want to make these grades and the headings even I want to center. Okay, like this I can center horizontally. Okay, now when we consider about cells, there is something called vertical center also. Okay, so if I just go through this, you can see it's not vertically centered. This one, it's bottom. Okay, default, by default it comes with vertical bottoms aligned. Okay, but we can make it centered like this. So if somebody changes these settings, doesn't matter, it will come to center. Okay, and likewise here also when we consider about these cells, now I am going to change these values centered. Okay, what I can do, I can go to, this is vertical center, top, center and bottom. This is horizontal center, normally we are having with word and all. uh, but you might have shown that you might have so that during when we do the PowerPoint, when we put tables it was there. Okay, the vertical and horizontal alignments. Now here it's left, center and right alignment. I am going to select center alignment like this. So now I think we have done with this. The center alignments are okay with you, and if you want you can indent, you can put a little bit space in front using indent, and if you want you can change the cell directions even. Now think these grades subjects, I just want to change these things. I can make it from here. See, angle counterclockwise. You can see it comes like this. Okay, so likewise if you want you can change the cell alignments also, the text, how the text are coming. I'm not going to change it here at this moment. So this is what we can do, and now we'll see how we can put charts. Okay, putting charts means now think you want to put a chart for these students total marks. We'll say average marks and you want to put a chart, so we'll see how we can do that. Now I think some differences has been happened because of the cell references. Yes, it's okay, no problem. We'll do cell, we'll take the cell references like this. What we'll do, we'll take the cell references like one by one. Since it's not continuously having here, we can't use the cell references like a range, so we'll take it as a one by one. Okay, now you can see the mark came again, the correct one. So okay, now okay, I think we'll go for now you might have seen the format has been changed, the cell margins, the cell borders change. So what we'll do, we'll put this one, and then again we'll select this. Okay, now it's okay. Okay, so things like that happen sometimes when you put now earlier I put this as a cell range, but since we put grades in between, it didn't come properly, so we have to change it back. I have given them cell by cell, okay, because we can't give a cell range because there are in between these arguments and these text values. And you, as you may remember, that since we are putting absent here, we just thought to put average A. So when we put average A, what has happened, all these A's and B's have taken for consideration, and the average has taken total divided by 10. That's why that number came, total divided by actually 9, because this was not selected. So that's why that number came. I think you got now these things happen, you should be able to know why that happens, and you should be able to correct it. Okay, so we'll go for the next place, the charts. Okay, so before putting a chart, I am going to take this cell. Yes, I think I want to put a chart. Now I'll just show you something, how you can do something like this. And I just want to show another one. Now think these grades are not there. Okay, consider these grades are not there. What I have done, I just copied what we have done earlier, and I'm just deleting this. Okay, now since think you have something like this, so if you want to add a chart for this, what we can do is you can just select this cell range. Okay, I need a chart for these 5 subject marks. You can select it like this, and you can add a chart. You can go to insert chart. Here you can see column, line, pie, bar, charts, and area scatter. Normally I prefer column charts when I compare the values, or bar charts. We'll go for column chart first. Here you can see how it comes, and you can see they have given subject 1, subject 2 likewise. Here they have given. student 1 2 3 like that, and they have given the details. Okay, yes, I have to yes, I have selected again. I am going to select this. I have selected by accidentally from third row, so I am going to select it again. Now insert columns, so you can see here. No problem, it's good that we got this. Now what I want to, I am going to just zoom out this to keep it in one place. You can see, even though I have selected this the whole area, it has taken two places as the topics. So what I am going to do, I am going to change these cell references. Okay, what I can do, you can see here, once I have selected the chart, design layout format is there. So you can go to layout, and you can go to design, and you can select data. See, you can go to the select data, and you can say the data area is this, and you can select the I need to get these values as the x-axis, the values student 1 to student 10. Okay, and then subject, these topics will be, or the legend series will be, I can take it and I can select series names are, these are the series names. Okay, series values will be this.